Hey, everybody, welcome to Pink Shade. It's TLC Tuesday. All right, listen, we didn't take a break for the holidays because, as we know, Matt Sharp only breaks for the Super Bowl. So it's not like welcome back or anything because we've been here the whole time.
We've been here the whole time.
Yeah, we've gone nowhere.
Well, you did go places. You went to watch football.
I went to New Orleans and came back. And on Wednesday, I'm going to Phoenix and then coming back to watch football again.
Mary
Yeah.
Payne's a jock.
I just like college football, specifically my own team.
Yeah.
And beyond that, no, I wouldn't travel to see. Oh, no, not one other team would I travel to see. No. Not the
Not
Washington
for the
Commanders.
not the actual
No.
Super Bowl. No.
No, I would probably only want to do that because of the halftime show, right? I only watch it for the ads,
Yeah.
Or if like Travis Kelce is playing, I might want to see Taylor Swift.
Right.
But that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Fair weather fan. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about Before the 90 Days, season 8, episode 5. And I found my pillow if you're watching on video. I forgot that pillow on the backside says Before the 90 Days.
I didn't know it said that on the back.
I forgot, and I picked it up off the floor, and I was like, look at that.
I love it.
Yeah. So this is season 8, episode 5. The nearest exit may be behind you. What? Now I understand we're just doing the instructions, but is this supposed to relate to somebody on the show?
Yeah, I think
Who?
I mean, many of them should turn around and go home.
Yes.
Lisa, for one.
Yeah.
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 Jovon, for 2. But
because
not of her.
No.
Not because of her. Because of him. She deserves better.
Rick and Ashley.
They haven't been on, I feel like, all season, even though they're a brand new couple. I feel like we have not seen them in forever, but he should go back home. Also, she might deserve better. He's a sex tourist who likes to bone women half his age, and has already many children. Laura should go home, go back to Mackle with the birth defect and help him. Unless he's just not attracted to her. I feel like no one's attracted to Laura.
Oh, God.
I think she's pretty, but I think she's very pretty.
Yes.
Her eyes are incredible. But
have you seen the TikTok that came out that was like when you turn on TV and see your old teacher and you're like, wow, she hasn't changed?
That's hilarious.
About Laura.
Well, did they see the first episode where she was reading her erotic friend fiction? Sorry, that's Bob's Burgers. And that's your teacher reading a story she wrote about heaving loins and such.
Yes.
Groaning and clutching and groping. No, I feel like poor Laura, no one is attracted to her. Michael is not willing to get past his issues to deal with her, or he just wants a platonic wife and is not even into women. Birkan, same. So
listen, I gotta say, as this show does, I had a little hope for some of these couples as we went along.
See, episode 5, hope is dead.
No, episode 5 is called Nearest Exit May Be Behind You.
I know, but is your hope dead?
On this episode, no, my hope is alive. My hope is renewed.
You still have new hope for some of these
new
people.
Hope for some of them, yes.
Okay, I'm excited to hear it. Is it Lisa? It might be Lisa.
Yeah, it is.
Actually, I was solidly impressed. I was also disgusted because there was some face eating going on that made me actually regurgitate into my mouth.
Yeah.
But it's hard to fake that. So
totally. Totally. Although, let me tell you something really quickly. So, as you know, on Mondays, we are covering 60 Days In. It's almost over. And
Yeah,
so
I was just listening to it.
on this last, we talked about you a lot. On this last episode, we were talking about, I had watched ahead. So I've seen
Yeah.
the 6 months later. But Keisha has been doing some internet sleuthing and she found Gabby on Instagram because I was like just happy that Gabby was alive.
Yeah.
And so she sent me the Instagram when I was confused because like this says Bree. So I guess Gabrielle just took the chunk out of the middle and decided to go by Bree now.
Okay.
Okay. And boy, is it something. It's a lot of like Santa cosplay in front of a tree, trying to direct people to her OnlyFans. And yeah, that was shocking. That was shocking.
Wow.
What I'm just saying, like, people that can pretend. So, like, she could pretend to be a prison lesbian,
Uh-huh.
and then now she's with a dude and has OnlyFans. Yeah,
Yeah.
but she's
Well, we
alive, so I was glad to see
she's
that.
alive. Yeah.
Mhm.
I
I was
do wanna
happy.
hear about Desmond. I wanna hear about Big Swole in the granny panties. I wanna hear
No,
about all
there's no update at all on anybody in the prison, and I'm very upset about it because I really, really am invested into what happened to Desmond, and they
Yeah.
just don't tell us. They never tell us, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to figure it out on Reddit.
That's very frustrating. On other seasons, I feel like they did do a check-in with some of the prisoners.
Mhm, mhm. Just to be like, they got their sentence extended, their release
Mhm.
date is this, and you're like, "Okay, they might be out. Maybe I can
Yeah.
find them." Yeah.
Yeah. Although
Obviously,
usually
Gabrielle got out, obviously.
99% of the news is sad, probably.
Well, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Maybe it's better not to know.
No, I'm gonna have to try to figure it out, but, that's not what we're talking about. So anyways, guys, we've got one more episode of that, of 60 Days In. That'll be next week. That's the 6-month follow-up, and, don't anybody be shocked. You don't like a lot of these people any more than you didn't like them before. But we're here to talk about before the
It's
90
just
days.
I'm sorry, it's just like this show where you're set up to think the foreigner is using the American for a green card, and
Uh-huh.
99% of the time, the American is way worse, is like a
Yes.
bad person, and
Yes.
it's like that on 60 Days In sometimes. The people going in voluntarily for the show are garbage, and
Yeah. Yeah.
some of the prisoners are more decent people.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Um, yeah, I'd say that most of the people that
Maybe
went in
that's
this
not
time
a
were
fair
garbage.
analogy.
Okay, well, let's quit talking about it. But I know that you're very invested, and we talked about you quite a bit on this last episode, and we thank you for recommending it. Okay, before the
Thank you.
90 days, nearest exit may be behind you. Season 8, episode 5. Okay, Emma and Ziad. There's a new hero shot where she's dancing.
What the
What is this happy
remember
girl?
it I feel like they didn't do that for a very long time, and then the
No.
UK came along, and
Yes.
UK hero shots were wacky. Like
Yes. Purposely wacky. Not even like
yes,
fun, just wacky. Yeah.
just wacky, and now this show has sort of borrowed from that.
The UK ones would be a lot of like shake the finger in the face, turn the back,
Yes.
you know?
A
It's
lot of
like,
pantomime.
yeah.
Yeah, "I'm mad at you,"
Yes.
and
A lot of pretending so that you really got the gist of it.
and, like, action, like, the guy would pick up the girl
Yeah.
and swing her around, you know?
And we're getting a little bit of it here, not quite so kitschy, but
Yeah.
the Brits are funny. So this is Emma and Ziad. So she's dancing in the hero shot and he's smiling at her. So she goes in the market in a very set up scene and she asks a random guy selling oranges, "Do you sell hair oil? I need oil for my hair to make it shiny." And then she asks a man selling spices and she's like,
Mhm.
"Hair oil?" And he goes, "I have spices." She finally finds a place, she thinks. So are we pretending the hair oil is for your hair? Are we understanding it's for your wig? Are we leaning into the fact?
If it
Unclear.
are you supposed to use hair oil on a wig?
You know I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah, we need Keisha
We
or
need Keisha.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So finally, she finds his place. So they're talking head. She says, Ziad has been emotionally distant from me, but I'm excited because today we're going to a cooking class and I'm trying not to overthink everything. So 1 hour later, they go to a cooking class to work on a chicken tagine with lemon. The lady is trying to tell her how to peel a lemon, but she's got those like super, super long nails. So she's literally using them like as a scoop. It's like,
She's gonna be licking that Nutella out just like
yes,
Madeline.
yes, yes. And the lady's like, this is taking 4 times longer than it should, but okay. And she's like,
And
look, baby, I'm
unsanitary.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Edward
Mm-mm.
Scissorhands, look. Um, she chops an onion and then she's like, look at me. I'm like wife material. I'm like such a wifey right now. So the talking head, he goes, yeah, I need to teach her how to cook for me. And she goes, no, because I don't cook. And he goes, well, you'll have to cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And she goes, I don't eat breakfast, baby. I have coffee for breakfast. And he goes, lunch. And she goes, for lunch, I'm going to order something for you. And he goes, okay, forget it. I'll cook. So at the class, she says, did you ever cook for an ex? And he says, no, when I had ex-girlfriends, we never eat in the house. We only go out. If I'm in the house, I'm only eating for myself or for my parents. So he doesn't bring anybody home to cook a meal there. And
Mhm.
she goes, did you even tell your parents that I'm here? I don't think you told them. And he goes, yes, I have told them that you're here because she said this was an argument they had before. And she goes, okay, great. So I can meet them. He goes, yeah, I don't know when they're home. My dad travels. And so, like, they're in, they're out, they're up, they're down, they're hither, they're fro, just unclear. No way
And
to get in touch with them either. So,
no phones. Yeah.
no, we don't want to drop in.
Mm-mm.
And she goes, okay, that's frustrating. So, like, I can't see your apartment and I won't meet your family. Girl, he didn't have an apartment. He has a room in
No.
his parents' house.
Exactly.
Come on. And he goes, yeah, I agree. It's frustrating. Yep. But, all my brothers and everyone, they have their own life. And she goes, have you ever introduced a girl to your parents? And he goes, no. And he goes, and then she goes, so because like you meet a lot of girls online, he goes, no. She goes, have you met other international girls online? He goes, no. And she goes, but we met on an international site. And he goes, no, I've matched with lots of girls, but no, I never talked to them.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So we're talking and she goes, yeah, it's weird. It's like I feel like he's hiding me or something, but like he has his life and like it's not okay. And I do think he's lying about talking to other girls. And so before I came, we got in a fight because I saw him talking to other women online, but he said he's not cheating. So I've got
You
this.
were cheating.
She was cheating.
You were cheating.
And she goes, I have an extension on my laptop and it shows you in order who people are following. And this morning I saw that he is adding women from other countries as we speak.
While
And
she's there.
while she's there,
I told you he's addicted to porn.
I think
He
it's, yeah, yeah. He,
he's
and she's right. He's looking for the next best thing.
yeah.
And she goes, and so I'm wondering, like, is he cheating? Does he even want this relationship? What's he hiding? And this is the reason that I think all women should do a little bit of stalking. I mean, just like light digging and investigating, not like drive by your house kind of stalking. And I was like, I think it's all fine. Do what
I
you need
think
to do.
it's fine.
Yeah.
Men
So
deserve it.
I agree.
Sorry.
I agree. So they go get some food, and she's like, "This is really good." And he goes, "You don't eat very much." And she goes, I've got something on my mind." Flips her hair.
Mm.
It's the argument that we had right before I came about you talking to girls on social media. And he goes, no, 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 no. That's just people who know me. I only talk to people who know me. And she goes, but every day you follow new girls, baby. And he goes, so it's respect because when they follow me, so I follow them back.
Okay.
And she goes, so what if they flirt with you? And he goes, I say thank you.
Thank you for showing me your boobs.
Thank you for that vagina picture that I paid $19 for.
Also, who is flirting with him? I'm sorry.
Who?
I know she was. I know Emma is, but Emma has low standards because he's not
I would
cute.
need to be
He
reminded of his catfish pictures to see who
They
was
are heavily filtered. Yeah, you're
okay,
right.
because
They
if he
look
has
AI.
yeah, okay.
No, you're
Mm,
right. That's
mhm.
true.
And she says, "Have you talked to anybody romantically since we started dating?" He goes, "No, for romance, only you." And she goes, "Do you think you've ever cheated?" Which is a weird way to say that.
Yeah. In
And he
your
thinks about
view
it.
of cheating.
Mm.
Yeah.
He thinks about it. One eye goes over here, the other one goes over there. And he thinks about it. He thinks, and he goes, "No." And she goes, "Because, babe, I don't want us to have any secrets and I don't have to worry about you hiding anything." So in the talking head, he goes, "Anything she asked me, I answer. But at the beginning of our relationship, she did do something that confused me. And so I wonder sometimes
Mhm.
if she has a secret."
Mhm.
So he says, "Do you have a secret?" And she goes, "No." And he goes, "Okay, so when we match one day, all of a sudden you disappear. And then you came back and you still don't talk." And she goes, "I was going through our breakup." And he goes, "No, no, no. Because when you show me a picture, you say you're single." And she goes, "I was going through a breakup." And he goes, "So you were still talking to him?" She goes, "I'm going through a breakup. Like, that's my answer. Like, oh my God." I was like, okay.
What is going on? Because in the last episode, when they were on that carriage ride, she was trying to tell him
He
about the
didn't want to know.
ex-fiance, and he didn't wanna know. And now that he's actually asking,
She
you're not
doesn't
telling him.
say. Yeah. Because she doesn't want him to know the guy was in Morocco.
Yeah, that's the biggest slap in
That's
the
the
face.
that's the
Yeah.
slap in the face. So
Also, it makes you look like a sex tourist.
yeah. In the talking head, she goes, "Honestly, I did kind of drop him and disappear. I was trying to make things work with my ex. I want to tell him about Muhammad, but he's badgering me right now. So maybe it's not like the right moment to tell him." Her whole thing was, "I got to get there. I got to tell him. I got to tell him right
Yeah.
away. I got to be honest." And now she's like, "Why are you such a liar?"
Yeah.
Like, what? So she goes, "Look, it was a long time ago. And a long
It
time ago,
was,
less than a
9
year."
months ago. Yeah.
Yeah. She goes, "And I'm here with you now." And he goes, "Well, now I want to listen and I want the details." She goes, "Okay, but I'm here with you now and I want to focus on the now." So she changed the subject. And he goes,
Yeah.
"Now I see she's being weird and changing the subject. So right now I can see she's hiding things and I can't be engaged with someone who has secrets." And again, he told her on that horse carriage ride he did not want to know about her past.
Right.
But now he's like, "Oh, you were in the middle of a breakup, so I want to know about that."
Yeah, I think he just didn't wanna hear about her, being a whore and sleeping with other men and
Mhm.
not being, a virgin waiting for him.
Right.
But if there's, like, something he needs to know,
Mhm.
shadiness, he wants to know about that.
What if when she goes to, meet his friends later, one of them is Muhammad? That would be so great. It won't be, but that would be
I
so great.
I would die. That would be the best thing I've ever that would be the best TV ever.
It would be great. Okay, let's move on to Jovon and Annalyn.
Okay,
Okay.
this loser. So,
Aw, I
no,
I believe in their love.
no. So I don't. So his brothers, who both have long beards, but he doesn't, they're driving him to the airport and they're saying, "Don't get too comfortable. The only time you're going to be comfortable with Annalyn is when you're asleep." They act like she's Glenn Close in Fatal Attraction.
I know,
Like,
I guess the sister was like, "You're not gonna believe this bitch." Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's not like he did anything to make her that way.
No, no, no,
It's
no,
that
no, uh-uh.
she's crazy and will cut off his penis while he's sleeping.
Women be
So
crazy, right?
yeah. So he gets on a plane for the Philippines, and 24 hours earlier, we meet Anna, and she is shopping for clothes and shoes. So she has a new outfit to meet him in. She says she's hardworking. She studied mass communication in college because she loves talking. She's
Mhm.
like, she never shuts up. She
And I
has full
love
on
her.
conversations.
Yeah,
She's a riot. She
yeah,
has full on, she also laughs at her own jokes, though. I would say that that's not my favorite.
right.
I do it too. I hate it, but I hate many things about myself. But she's very funny. And I think the producers ask her like one jumping off question and then she talks for 2 hours.
Yes, I think
Just
that's right.
keep
Mhm,
filming, keep
mhm,
rolling.
mhm.
So she says she stopped working because Jovon and her are on different time zones. And so this is a Forrest and Sheena situation. They're trying to live on each other's time zones. So she
Has
can't
this been
work.
for 6 years or 3 years that she's not worked, I wonder?
I don't know, but also he seemed to be working during the day at the retirement community.
Right.
So she just I don't understand. Also, she was giving him the cold shoulder, the silent treatment for a while, so she could have gotten a job then. She wasn't talking to him.
She's got an education. It sounds like she had a good job,
Yeah.
and she gave it up so she could talk to him more. So
Yeah.
on his breaks, they could FaceTime? Like,
Right.
okay.
It's very I don't something's not right here.
Mm-mm, I don't like it.
So, she says, "The good news is that Jovon sends me $400 to $500 a month." Well, if he wasn't doing that, he could have come visit a lot sooner.
Agree. Mhm.
So she lives next to her mom, who has a small store, and her mom is her best friend, even though her mom is shy. Well, she is, "Rah!" She does one of those noise impressions that Molly does.
Oh.
So
Wow,
she,
wow.
rah, rah,
Mhm.
she booked a resort for them to stay at for their honeymoon because, again, reminder, they are married. It
Mhm.
is their first time together physically, and they'll get to discover new things about each other. So good luck
Right.
to us. And she laughs.
I looked at that resort. It looks really nice.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
So the mom says, I don't love that you've been sitting around waiting for this guy for 6 years. You stopped working. You sit and wait for his calls. You're
Mhm.
not spending time with your friends and you fight with him."
Mhm.
So
Sounds
the mom
great.
is, yeah, not a fan of this relationship. And Anna says, "We haven't really resolved the fighting, but I want to start out positively and we're going to discuss the issue later." So she says their relationship has bigger issues than him talking to his ex. And the mom says Jovon is too dominant and he wants to be in control. Now, here we get to the meat of the situation because I knew there was more to it. Annalyn says he thinks I've changed, but he's the one who changed. He started listening to podcasts, and I said, "Oh no." And I knew right where we were going. And I said, "Oh no," out loud
Oh, no.
about masculinity. And they
Not
want
good.
women to be submissive. The second I heard the word podcast, I knew it was like this men's rights podcast hosted
Yeah.
by incels who have never kissed a woman,
Yep.
but somehow want a trad wife.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
So she says he started changing and we've never been like that. I've never been submissive in the relationship, but suddenly he wanted me to be like that. So it's not me that's changed. It's him that's changed. So Annalyn gets dressed at the fancy resort. She orders champagne for later. She says it's raining, and some people might think that's bad luck, but water is cleansing. Also, doesn't it rain all the time in the Philippines? That's like
Seems like
saying
it.
rain in Washington is bad luck.
It's
Just,
just so hot and steamy.
yeah.
Yeah.
So she packs breath spray for their first kiss, and she also feels like puking. So she's going to need that breath spray. She is gonna try to be positive, but she worries that they're gonna start fighting. She says she picks him up at the airport. They hug and they kiss and she's crying. The kiss was underwhelming. It was more like a smooch.
Well,
Like
it's awkward and they,
the
yeah.
cameras are there.
Yeah.
First time. She hugs him, she calls him fluffy, and I didn't know if she was body shaming him because
Yeah, I think she was saying he's a little he could lose a few, is what she wanted to
yeah.
say. Yeah.
Remember what's his name he went to Vietnam and the girl brought him
Mm,
into the shop and basically all the ladies at the shop were calling him fat.
yes. Oh my God. What's his name? He's on Pillow Talk sometimes.
Yeah, he was on Pillow Talk with Kimberly.
Yes.
Um
He's
yeah,
really
Riley?
cute. Riley.
Yeah,
But I
but
can't
I can't
remember
remember her
her
name.
name. Boy, she hated
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, listen, I will say about this couple, I do think he's a jerk, and I'm very concerned about the toxic masculinity issue going on.
Me too.
And he basically had a million excuses why it was her fault that he was talking to his ex. Um, even though there are many other people he could have spoken to.
Mhm.
But I do think there's not many couples who could survive 6 years of long distance.
Yeah.
And without meeting ever. And I
Yeah.
think they wouldn't have lasted that long if they weren't married, because it's much easier to just break up. But
Yeah.
to get divorced is a whole thing.
Yeah.
So perhaps being married has kept them together for 3 of those years. But
Yeah.
they still made it 3 years long distance.
Yeah.
So she says she wants more kisses. They do another awkward smooch in the car. She is giddy and giving him lots of kisses and cuddling. She's very happy. And she says, before I met you, I had so many dreams about this, daydreams about this, wet dreams about this. But now I feel like I can fart over here right now. I don't know what she
No.
was talking about.
What? No.
I
That's
don't know
too
what.
comfortable. Too quick.
Yeah. And he says her personality is wacky and she can hold a conversation basically on her own. And but I love it. He goes, it's the opposite of me. He says, you're my beautiful chatty wife.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen,
So
as somebody who's been told they talk too much their whole life, I get it. I get it.
yep.
And she's trying to
Yep.
fill the silence by talking, and yeah.
It was on probably both of our progress reports in school.
More than once. Yeah.
Talks too much in class.
Mhm.
So he carries her over the threshold at the resort. He needs to work on his muscle tone because he repeatedly says how heavy she is, and she is a tiny little woman, and he is like 6'3".
Yes,
And
I agree, and even if she was heavy, he shouldn't have said it, and I wanted to say, like, it's some of that weight is her shoes. Those shoes were heavy.
yeah, those shoes were
Yeah.
heavy.
Yeah.
So there's rose petals on the bed, and he says the environment is right for us to get it in. Okay, I'm
Ew.
sure Mary Payne loved that. So she gives him flip-flops and makes him take his shoes off, and then we get a lot of wacky discussion about how much his feet smell. And he was wearing boots on the plane, and he says, get a whiff, you're gonna have to get used to it, we're married. And she makes him take a shower. She is nervous.
Perfect.
Yes, always take a shower.
Always take a shower.
She is nervous. It's been a decade since she's had sex, so it's been a long
Wow.
time. She says, if she goes, I don't know what to do, will I be able to pleasure him? What if the positions have changed?
Yeah, I think it's fine. I think it'll be pretty quick on both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she puts on lingerie and they get under the covers, and she says, wish me luck. And then it's like a sitcom.
Yeah,
And
I think
that's it. So,
she thinks she's in, like, an American sitcom. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
totally. I love her, but I'm on the fence about right now.
Me too. Me too. I think he needs to be counted as lucky stars that a girl this hot is into him.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
'cause she's beautiful.
Yeah. And smart.
Mhm. You is pretty, you is smart. Okay, Laura and Birkan. Okay.
Oh God, this episode was so painful.
It was upsetting. So
I'm upset.
she says she is frustrated because she went to bed alone and things felt very awkward. So she's like rolling her hair, like talking to production. And she goes, so basically last night after you guys left, I went back to the living room to talk to him because it was so uncomfortable. And, we've got all this time to get to know each other. But when we were talking last night, he did put the brakes on sex. Um, and now we have things to do later today that I'm anxious about, that I'm really questioning my choices here. So in the talking it together, she says, I felt very disconnected on the first day. And I was scared my worst fear was coming true, that he wasn't attracted to me. And he goes, but it didn't. And she goes, yeah, we ended up making out pretty good. And he's like, yeah. So they made out, but then she wanted to have sex and he said no.
Yeah. And the cameras weren't there. So I know last time he maybe just didn't want to do things with the cameras there.
Right.
And I'd rather watch the news. We're going to not sleep together like the men on this show sometimes do.
Yes.
If they're from conservative areas.
Yes. Right.
But the cameras were not there.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I do have to bring up something that we may have missed last time.
Okay.
It was all over Reddit.
Okay.
People thought last time when they were when he picked her up and they were on the train and she was staring at him really awkwardly and he was giving her kind of the cold shoulder, that he might have been high as fuck.
Oh. I
missed it completely. People were saying you couldn't see his pupils, that he was completely out of it and was stoned or something.
Okay, is weed legal in Turkey?
I don't know if that matters, but
it's illegal. It's okay for medicinal, highly restricted. And carries strict legal consequences. So
okay.
he could have been high on something.
On anything though, pills.
Yeah. No, I didn't notice that. I just thought he was just like, quit staring at me, weirdo.
Yeah. Perhaps because he was tripping balls and just like, you are freaking me out staring at me.
That is
with
so
those big,
funny.
bright, light blue eyes like an alien just staring at him.
Wow. Okay.
So I have to go back and watch because so many people were talking about it on Reddit.
Oh, that he was on something. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he doesn't have any money. So
exactly.
They go to a plastic surgeon's office. Now, we all know that Turkey is the plastic surgery capital of the world. And she goes, okay, this will be an awkward second day together to do this. I don't know. She goes, it was the only appointment time available, but I'm really regretting asking him to come. So she says, even though we made out, I do still feel very insecure. So the talking head, Birkan says, I think Laura thinks too much about her appearance. It's a curse to always think you can be perfect. Like for me, I'm happy with my teeth because I can eat with this. So who cares? So obviously he's had some feedback about his teeth.
From Mary Payne.
From other people. And he says, but it's her body. And if she's not happy with it, I'll support this. So
he's trying to act like this Nietzsche reading deep soul thinker who doesn't care about looks.
Right.
Let's get a look at your Instagram followers and see if you care about looks.
Right. And see who you follow and see what they look like.
Are they men or women? Are they clothed or not?
Yeah. Anyway, so she meets with Dr. Omar and she said she wants to have surgery to remove the loose skin when she lost, 140 pounds or whatever, like 170, like a lot. And so they go to take the photos. Meanwhile, Birkan is playing with the implants and they laugh about this at the talking. He's like, I touched another woman's boobs. He's like, I had to. They were right there.
Also sensory. I kind of want to play with them.
Yeah, you just want to see.
I want to see like the weight and the texture. I don't know. I don't.
So we see the area she wants removed. And I feel so bad for her because I know this had to be like upsetting and humiliating for her to do this on camera. Like
absolutely.
Anybody it would be. But in her situation, she feels so bad about her body, even though she's achieved so much. She still has the skin and everything. And her talking head, she goes, I've worked my ass off, literally and figuratively. And when I look in the mirror, I don't want to see myself as over 300 pounds anymore. I want to see the work I put in. And the doctor looking at the picture says, this is all very common after losing weight. Here's how we fix it. Like we do a cut here and you'll be able to see the scar, but da. And she's like, oh my God, I feel so insecure. I regret bringing him because they're just all staring at like a wall of these photos.
Now, to be clear, she invited him to the appointment. She said she regretted inviting him to the appointment. Then he said, should I come in to the doctor's meeting?
She should have said no.
She absolutely had an out. And she said, yes, you can come in.
She said, if you want to.
Yeah.
And what's he going to go? Ooh, I don't want to see that. I mean, so,
right.
So anyway, their hero shots, every time they show their hero shot, it's like, sad. They look at each other sad, then they look at the camera sad. It's all we haven't seen one where they look happy yet.
No,
so
because she's on the cover of a romance novel. So it's
smolder.
Rudy.
Yeah. Talking to the producer, asked him, are you uncomfortable, with this, seeing the pictures and everything? And he says, no, it did not make me uncomfortable. Maybe it surprised me. But, it's people's life. It's not a problem for me. I'm very zen and everything's fine.
Yeah.
Now, did you see this, Kimberly? 8 days in Turkey, hotel paid for, surgery paid for, meals included for $7,000.
That's crazy.
That's
I get why Darcy and Stacy keep going there.
She'll need to recover at home for 6 weeks, but after 3 weeks, she can exercise. They'll give her all the information. And I'm like, do I need to go to Turkey?
Seriously.
8 days. And that includes the surgery, the hospital stay, the hotel, all the meals. It doesn't include the flights.
I mean, they could still botch you, but these doctors are, this doctor seemed fine. I would never have, I don't know if I would trust them to do my face, mostly because I've seen Darcy and Stacy.
Right. But I think you could say what you want. And I think what Darcy
If
and
it was
Stacy
just
want
my
is that.
stomach. Yeah,
Yes.
but if I have stomach that I would like to deal with.
Me too.
So I might need to go.
I'll go with you.
Okay. Trip to Turkey.
Yeah, let's do it.
Like they say in Turkey, you get the fat cut and then it winds up on your plate when you eat bacon. I don't know.
Ew.
I don't know where I was going with that.
I don't either. Gross.
That one is a fail and is not going to go on Sarper's calendar.
So it's not going to be at the top 12. And we're talking to Ed. She's like, now that he's seen all this, I'm more insecure than ever. So she talks to him and he says, are you going to do it? And she goes, I'm really considering it. And he goes, look, if you feel more confident and you want to do this, it's your life and you should do it. And actually, for you to do this would show how brave you are. And she goes, oh, it feels like the opposite of brave. It feels like I'm scared. I'm embarrassed. And he says, you have nothing to be ashamed of or embarrassed. You have the power to change your life. You wanted a better body and you did it. And he says, you're gorgeous. I'm always going to be on your side. And she's like, thank you. And he hugs her and he's like, I said all the right things. Yeah.
He really did. It was like he read a handbook or something of supportive partner.
He was very
dialogue.
nice.
It was, I don't know if I believe any of it, but it was very nice.
It's very nice.
Is she considering this on this trip? Could they get her in right away?
I feel like because she said she had done all the consultation on the phone.
Okay.
And I saw recently some influencer was like, go with me to Turkey while I get my tummy tuck and my BBL. It was one of those. And God, this girl, wow, the BBL was BBLing.
Wow.
Showed how she couldn't really sit on the airplane. I mean, because you can't sit directly on it.
Yeah. So that's crazy. That's crazy. So uncomfortable.
Yeah. So it shows her at her home, pulling her couches apart and laying, but with her butt hanging in the crack.
Stop.
She wants to lay on her back, but she can't figure out a way to do it. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's like if you go to the beach, you have to dig a hole for your boobs if you lay on your stomach.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. No, that's so right. Because I saw one of the YouTubers I watch who was transitioning and had gender affirmation surgery. And it was the sleeping was the worst part because you can't put pressure on anything.
Yeah.
And you almost have to set up a swing for yourself to sleep in, in Stan's sex dungeon.
Yes.
So you can so nothing is touching the bottom because it's so painful.
Yeah, so painful. So this person that I saw that was like, let's go to Turkey to get my BBL. And she shows her journey. But when she meets with the doctor, she goes, and I meet with the doctor to confirm everything we had talked about online and confirm the price, blah, blah, blah. Shows her signing off a document. She goes to their hotel that night. And then they pick her up the next morning, take her there, get her back at the hotel. She has a nurse.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
well, you're not going through insurance, right? So
it's just $7,000 out of pocket.
It's just, yeah, exactly. So there's none of that red tape that you have to go through.
It's crazy.
But how much time does Laura get off work as a teacher? Is she?
Well, she's just going to do it in the summer.
Oh, is it summertime?
She's just going to go, she's going to visit him now. Maybe it's spring break.
Yeah.
And then she's going to book the surgery for the summer, which she could have the whole time to. But she only after 3 weeks she can go back to the gym lightly, and then another 3 weeks she's healed.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So
I'm gonna do it.
Me too. I think we should go together.
Yeah, but you don't take any time off the podcast, so you're gonna be recording there.
I'll do it for this.
Yeah,
research. And by the way, right off. So the talking head, she says she loves how supportive he is, and she's starting to get reassurance that, yeah, he does love her, and she can believe what he's saying. Okay, girl.
Let's see if you bone first. That's what
Yeah.
I want to know about.
Okay, let's go to Forrest and Sheena again in the Philippines. They are they had to have filmed this at different times of the year, between who are the other people in the Philippines?
I kind of was hoping there'd be a Philippines meetup.
No.
I thought that
Jovon
would be
and Annalyn
fun.
is not sweating as bad as they are.
No, she's not.
No, so it must be a different time of
But
the year or a
she's
different
also
section.
quite a bit smaller than all of them are.
Well, that's true. That's true. Okay, Forrest and Sheena.
Um, chaos. Just
Yeah.
I'm worried actually about their becoming crazier because they are so dehydrated from all the sweat that they're losing. They need to be drinking some electrolytes because it can make you erratic.
Yeah.
Dehydration.
Yeah. Well, they're once they get that meow meow, it's going to be all over for both of them.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So, and Molly will just be the only crazy one. So, Dev is gonna have to do some work in the bedroom to calm Molly down. So
Does Dev have all his teeth?
it's hard to tell because he doesn't speak or smile very much.
True. Okay. They had on some tragic hats this episode. Tragic.
It was a riot.
Hilarious. Okay.
So, I will say about Forrest and Sheena, two people have never been more evenly matched in terms of their ability to dance with no rhythm in their hero shots.
These two are a perfect couple. I believe in their love 100%.
They're both dancing to different songs in their hero shot. There's no rhythm whatsoever.
That's right.
It's great.
That's right.
So they're shopping in the market. He's holding up underwear and saying, "How would this look?" And he's trying on pants that don't even go over his butt.
No.
And then we get an answer to one of my questions, which was, why is he traveling to the Philippines on a several-week trip with only a backpack?
Mm-hmm.
So Sheena told him, don't bring a lot of clothes because you can buy cheap clothes there. But unfortunately, he is 6'2" or 6'3" and is a large gentleman, and people are smaller there. And Sheena's previous partner was only 5'2". And I didn't know she had dating history. So I was very curious to hear about this guy.
And was it a foreigner?
Was it a foreigner?
Yeah.
Did he have issues with her parents? Was it that money issue? I want to know. So he's regretting bringing just a backpack filled with clothes. But he did find some banana hammock underwear. That's what he calls it at the market.
They bring out a shirt and they go, this one is 5X. And it was skin tight on him. Now, he does not wear an American 5X. He probably wears an American 2X.
No, and as American ladies will know, if you try to buy clothes that are where the like Forever 21, where the models are like pre-teen, pre-adolescent Japanese girls, you're not fitting. And it's horrible. So he's excited. I hope that wasn't racist. That's not racist, right?
No, I got what you were saying. These gorgeous little tiny girls, and they're not the size
they're
of
who they cut the clothes for,
Yeah,
and
right.
that's not fitting us.
No.
So he also, if you are living in Japan and are not a tiny girl, I would imagine that is very hard as well, because that's the standard there and you're not fitting it. That has to be really rough too.
I agree with all that.
It's like Menon in France.
Right.
So he's excited to have alone time with her because things with Mom and Dev haven't been all rose petals and unicorns. Some of these expressions he clearly got from Molly, and they don't make a lot of sense.
Right.
So he wants to cut Sheena off from her parents completely. And she says, well, you can talk to them and just say, we don't have money to give you anymore. She said, but we can't just be rude to my parents because you also need to get permission to marry me, because in my culture, the parents need to approve, even though I'm almost 40 years old and a veterinarian.
Right.
And he said, I didn't know this. you didn't tell me I needed permission. So now I have to tell them, A, you're cut off. I'm taking you away. We're not giving any money to you. We
Mhm.
hate you. But
Mhm.
also, will you give me permission to marry your daughter? So that's going to be
Right.
challenging.
Probably shouldn't do that in
So
that order. Should
yeah,
probably
exactly.
reverse it. Yeah. Mhm.
So she thinks they should go see her parents without Molly and Dev because Molly might cause a lot of commotion. And he knows that this is going to make things worse when Molly hears this because she's already is not trusting Sheena. So then the four of them with Dev are driving around, and Sheena says, "This is the strip club area." And Molly says, "Oh, we're going to have to go and check that out, kids." And all together as a family, like we did at the sex shop. It's totally fine.
So
And
strange.
he says, "Oh, I don't need that. I just need my Sheena." And Molly
Mhm.
says, "Well, Forrest, it's about observing new things. It's seeing new experiences. The human body is beautiful." And then
What is wrong with her?
I
What is wrong?
know
What is
she's
she in love with him?
constantly
Like, it's very
she's get
strange.
she's giving him a sex ed course. Like he is in 5th grade every single day.
He said he does not wanna go to a strip club, and she's like, "What's wrong with you,
We
weirdo?"
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know?
And then Dev goes, "I used to go all the time when I worked construction in the States because they serve the best hamburgers. Monday was amateur day." I'm sure that was that's where they had the dancer with the knee brace on. So can't you just
I
see
didn't hear
Dev?
that amateur day part. I only heard the burger part.
Monday was amateur day.
Oh god, that's funny. Okay.
So I'm picturing Dev like not even looking at the stage, just eating hamburgers.
He's like, "This burger is the best one I've ever had."
Best
Yes.
burger. So, Sheena's showing them another historical site, and Molly says, "I just love history because history repeats itself." Did you make that up, Molly?
Molly,
As I like to say, if you don't learn from history, you're doomed to repeat it. That's what I always say. She's
Molly,
Peggy Hill.
Molly is, really a piece of work. She's getting weirder and weirder the hotter and sweatier she gets. Maybe she needs some electrolytes. Yeah.
I'm concerned. So Forrest says, "I know Molly isn't going to like what we have to tell her, and she's going to think that Sheena's parents are trying to open up my brain and just brainwash me."
Okay.
So they do go to this historical site and they love it. And Molly, she's like, "I just love learning about history. Sometimes Dev and I will look at a rock and we'll say, 'Imagine what this rock has seen.' It just blows my mind."
Okay. Talk to my, father-in-law. He's a geologist. He would like to talk to you about that for days. We could discuss what a rock has seen for days. Yeah.
So Molly tells us that I think Molly is trying to be the opposite of some of the Americans on this show who don't appreciate the culture when they go and don't
Okay.
want to learn and don't want to taste the cuisine.
Yeah.
She's just there to learn and like
Mhm.
be in the natural habitat.
She
You know?
wants to learn about those strip clubs in foreign
Yeah.
lands. Yes, right,
Uh-huh.
right, right, right. Yeah.
So Molly tells us that Sheena is being a great tour guide, but she doesn't
Mhm.
regret going so hard on Sheena the other night. She says, "I want to believe she has good intentions, but I think there's more going on." We all do. So then they buy these stupid tourist hats. So they buy a cowboy hat for Forrest for
What
some reason. Why?
that looks like he's in Toy Story. That's what it
Yes,
looked like. Yes.
yes. Why are they this is a tourist stand that is selling different hats from different cultures, I guess.
Yeah.
And then they buy one of and I do not know what you'd call it. It's like a triangle, a cone shape,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
wicker
Yeah.
for like if you're out in the fields.
Yes.
Um
Yes. Yes.
so they buy one of those. seems kind of culturally insensitive, but
It
whatever.
did, but okay.
They were selling it at the tourist stand, and they bought it. And at some points she's wearing it, Molly, and then at some points Dev is wearing it. So they're just like trading between.
They can
I
only
don't.
afford 2 hats, and they got
Yeah,
Forrest a big boy hat that it
yeah,
literally looked like it was for a 14-year-old. I mean,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So Molly tells Sheena she didn't realize how beautiful the Philippines were. The Philippines was. Um, it's hard because it has an S at the end, but it's a
How
country.
beautiful the Philippines is.
Is. Let's go
Mhm.
with is.
Like, as if you said
So
Sweden, I didn't know how beautiful Sweden is.
is.
Mhm.
So she still wants to talk to her parents about the issues. And Forrest says, well, speaking of that, great segue, Mom. Sheena and I decided that we should go there first, and you and Dev will come the next day. And
Perfect.
Molly says, he says it very calmly,
Mhm.
and that should have been it.
Yeah.
Molly does not like this. She says, if they are able to manipulate Sheena, who knows what they'll do to my precious baby boy Forrest? He's very manipulative, He's easy to manipulate. And
In
yeah,
one day, before
in
they
one day,
arrive. Yeah,
they will have recruited him into their cult, and they
yeah,
will have him working for them
yes.
and giving all of their money, and he'll be wearing some sort of cultish outfit and will have shaved his head and gotten a Nexium tattoo. I don't know what she thinks is going to happen
In
in
one day.
one day.
Yeah, okay.
But Molly says, what if we come and we go in and we say, hi, thank you, nice to meet you, and we don't start screaming or anything? What about that?
That's how you should behave anyway, Molly.
Anyway,
God.
so you are guests in these people's country. You have
Mm,
already screamed at the market. You're now going to scream in the garden.
yep.
So Forrest says, we do want you there, but we want you to be there the next day. We can talk pink fairy dust. Well, he says, we can talk pink fairy dust, but we know you. I think he's saying, like, we can talk about rainbows and unicorns and things that don't exist. Rainbows exist, but you know what I'm saying. We can
Yeah.
talk dragons and unicorns,
Uh-huh.
but we know that you are a hardcore person and you are going to be looking at their faults and you are going to cause a scene.
Yes,
So we can
immediately.
talk in hypotheticals, but you are going to embarrass us.
Yes.
And you need to treat me like an adult, and you need to trust me, and you need to trust Sheena. And Molly says, well, I don't trust Sheena yet. And I'm starting to not trust you right now either, Forrest.
Good God.
So Molly says, I swear I won't speak out of turn with your parents. And Forrest says, I don't believe you. And we can't blow this with them. This is our one chance. We're meeting them
Mm.
for the first time. And Molly says, your parents, Sheena, are going to manipulate you and Forrest. And Sheena says, my parents aren't bad people. And it's just been a misunderstanding. Okay. What?
No, Sheena, you lost me there.
You lost me
I think
because you were
Sheena needs
crying.
Yeah, I think she needs to explain, like, "Look, in my culture, he has to get the approval to marry me, and once we get that going and they see him as my husband, then we can explain that he
Yes.
we're going to the United States and da 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 da." I mean, but I think that no matter what, even if they are horrible people, she still has to ask for the blessing or they will not allow her to get married, and even though she's 40, she has to follow these cultural norms.
And then does she have to still keep kissing up to them until they actually get married? Because could they rescind their blessing
I think they should get married, like, right away.
right
Like,
away?
get the parents' blessing and get married right away, and then he can be like, "Now you stay with me," or, whatever. Like,
But
"Now I don't have
then
to pay rent
she's
at your house," you know?
right, but then she's still not gonna be able to come right over because it'll be the spousal visa, that can take a while. So she's still gonna be working there, and they're still gonna want her money. So
Yeah. It's
I'm
rough.
dying to meet these parents
Me too,
and
I
to see
cannot wait, and please bring a
what kind.
translator. Yeah,
Yes. Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
that's a great idea.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, because we don't trust Sheena to translate correctly.
No.
So, they're fine. They're good people. And Molly says, "Oh, the story changes again. Yesterday, we were eating soup and sweating, and you were crying and saying that they threatened you to throw you out in the street, and they called you names, and you were scared of them. And now all of a sudden, they're great people." And
Right.
Molly says, "I don't know if this is something you're involved with. You're involved in this. Like, it's a big scam. This is a perfect setup. Your parents don't want you to leave, so because they want your money. So they'll get Forrest to move here. Then they'll get twice as much money and from you and Sheena, and no way."
Yeah.
And Sheena goes, "No, we would never do that. I love Forrest, and I would never, I don't want him to be taken advantage of." And Molly says, "This could all be a con." And Forrest says, "Mom, right now, you're proving my point. I asked you for one day to meet them without you, and look where this conversation has gone. You're
Yep.
screaming that this is a con in a garden with
Right.
a stupid hat on, and
Mhm.
people are staring at us."
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
So he said, "I brought my mom here to support me. She makes everything so much worse."
Yeah.
And Forrest says, "Mom, it's one day." And Molly says, "I'm not upset now about the one day anymore. I'm upset because you don't trust me. I have done everything for you, Forrest." And Forrest says, I trusted you enough to bring you here. I mean, remember how embarrassing you were on the airplane? I tolerated that. You lost
Remember
your
every
phone, you
couple of
lost your
minutes
passport.
taking photos and
Woo!
look out the window.
Wheels are going up. And Molly says to us, "I blow up because I'm trying to protect him." And
Yeah.
he's taken that protection and made it a problem. And I'm not going to be anyone's problem. So she tells him, "If you guys want to handle this on your own, go for it. You're going to be snookered before you know what's happened."
I'm surprised she didn't go, "You're gonna get it off the rah from these people."
They're going to bend you over and
And rah.
so Sheena says, "This is the producer goes, "Did this conversation go the way you hoped it would?" And Sheena goes, "Yeah, I think it's for the best that Molly's not coming."
Yeah. They tried I felt like the production was trying to make her look a little sinister there when they said, "Did this
Yeah.
go the way you thought it would?" And she was like, "Yes, like it's all according to plan." But I think what
And
she
in the
meant is like,
opposite, we
yeah,
all saw how Molly behaves, so it is for the best that Molly's not coming, I
totally,
think.
totally.
Yeah. And she needs
Okay.
to have some faith in Forrest that I know he's been scammed before by the woman in Indonesia, and
Yeah.
Sheena has done this several times, and so it's been a lot of shadiness, but it's one day.
Yeah.
I think
I
he
agree.
can handle himself
For one
and
day.
not sign over his life savings, of
Right.
which he has none because he is unemployed too. So let's stop acting like Forrest is the best prize here.
Yeah,
She is
exactly.
a doctor.
I know. I know, and hopefully that would translate over and she could be a doctor in the States, but I don't know. At the
I
very least, she could work in a
Yeah.
veterinarian office, you know?
Yes. Yeah, and work on getting certified here. Yeah, for sure.
Mhm. Um, okay. Lisa and Daniel.
Oh god.
Okay, here we go, everybody, gird your loins. So,
They're girded.
she is on the plane, she's like, "Oh my god, my titties are hurting because 'cause I've been in a strapless bra traveling for 2 days in a strapless bra."
Why did you wear a strapless bra?
You're just proving how much of an idiot you are. We already knew. What are you doing? You're traveling for 2 days. Put on a sports bra. What are you doing? What's wrong with you? Okay.
There's something wrong with her. People on Reddit are theorizing.
Yeah. So, the talking head, she says, "I'm so nervous to see him and also to tell him that I'm still married to a woman, which is against his culture, and also that I've been with women for 21 years and I'm not even divorced. And so I want to marry him, but I promise Faith I won't marry him, but I can't tell him everything right away. I got to get comfortable first." Well, change your bra. That'll be the first step.
Mhm.
So Daniel's at the hotel where they're going to stay. He's so excited and happy. He says his hometown, Owerri, which I don't know if I'm saying it right, is a dangerous place. There's lots of shootings. So they're going to stay in
Mm.
Lagos.
God,
I know. So he says he can't wait to
sounds like
see her.
America.
Well, I mean, she'll be used to it. He can't wait to kiss her and he has a surprise for her at the airport. always been so eager to meet her, and she is the love of his life, the love of his heart, the love of his love. Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
He should write songs for Usman and Stig.
He could write romance novels for Laura.
Yeah, for Laura. Yeah. He could write poetry for Osama.
Oh, Osama. So the plane lands and she's like, hoo. She cries on the plane. So she's like, oh my God, I didn't sleep on the plane and it's so hot here. And she's doing like a horse bath in the bathroom. She's like washing her pits, her undercarriage. She's doing the whole thing. She's doing
There
some
are some
makeup.
things that don't have to be said.
Horse bath?
You no,
Oh,
her. She literally is talking about each body part.
I know. She already said titties are sweating on the plane. She's,
She said
she's
crotch or coochie or something, and she
yeah,
doesn't
she
want to
did.
smell there.
She want to smell in her under regions. No, no,
Nobody does.
no.
But there are things you don't have to say. Also, I
Exactly.
do think that this was a private bath area, like maybe a handicap stall.
Yeah.
She had
Yeah.
brought out a makeup light, like
Yes.
a
Yeah. Like a
mirror
makeup
light
mirror. Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
So I hope she wasn't doing this where other ladies are coming to like try to wash their hands and she's rubbing her cooch.
She's, let me see this paper towel. I got to rub my cooch. Excuse me. And so she's doing her makeup and she is putting on that fucking sweaty wig. And I was just so hot looking at her putting that wig on.
Mm,
And she goes, I'm
horrible.
not going to be able to hide my age. It's so sweaty and hot here. And when I talk to him, usually I get the best angles and the best filters. He's going to be able to see all my bags and my wrinkles. And so she
This
puts
is
the
why
wig
you
on.
shouldn't use the filters. Don't you just show them what it's like so you don't have to see a look of disappointment in their face when they first meet you. Nothing's worse than that crestfallen. Oh,
Oh, there they are. Huh,
yeah.
I guess that's them. Um,
Uh-huh.
and she says she worries she can't keep her promise to Faith and she worries he's going to reject her. Well, don't worry, girl. So there he is, standing there with his flowers, and he says he's very nervous. She comes out, and I started to write, she runs into his arms, but actually he ran into her arms.
I know.
And the
Shocking.
and the music is like, ooh, like a swelling epic love story music,
Yeah. What
like
Laura
lovers.
thought her romance with Birkan would
Yes,
be.
totally. And they just start making out like crazy close up, tongues aflutter.
It was that clip that I showed you once of the two virgins on that reality show where they were kissing for the first time at the altar and the face eating and the tongues. I
Yes, yes.
gagged. I could
Mm.
taste this kiss. It was so disgusting.
We didn't see her brush her teeth in the bathroom, but we hope she did. She
Praying.
did everything else. Um, and so they're making out, and she's pushing him away, going, "Let me look at you. Let me look at you." And he says, "Oh, you are so beautiful." And there's blah, 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 blah. They just make out some more. It is tongues flying everywhere. It is
I was shocked.
crazy.
I
I was
was hoping
shocked.
for a nice and restrained, she is 70% okay for me. That's what I was hoping for.
Me too. A little peck.
It
But
was
no,
actually nice, but gross because I didn't wanna see it, but, like, I was shocked. I don't even know.
shocked.
I'm
Shocked.
my flabbers were gasted. I don't even know.
Yeah. Yeah. So in the talking head, she goes, my heart exploded when I saw him. He devoured me. And he says, and when we get to the room, maybe I will chew you. And she's
Oh
like,
my
oh,
god.
you're so bad. You stop it. And they both cry and they hug, and he's crying because he says he's so happy.
He was crying, for real.
Is it because he just wants to go to America so bad? He's like, finally, I got one.
Right, right. Or
Yeah.
because God and his mom, we still can't get a handle on if it was God
Right.
or his mom who had
Right.
this prophecy that he was gonna marry this white woman who was
Right.
older.
Right.
But then,
So
like, why is he making her wear wigs and doesn't then
he's
I'm
not
like,
making her. I think he just said, I really like you better with that long hair. And instead of
and
getting an
she took it and
extensions,
ran with it.
yeah. Um, so in the talking head, he says, she's more gorgeous than I thought. And she is more beautiful than the flowers. And she's like, no, look at me. I'm a mess. I'm a mess. And he goes, no, you are an irresistible, beautiful angel. So they grab the luggage and they head out.
Wow.
When they go out, there's like a little mini parade right in front of the door. There's like musicians and people dancing. And she's like, look at this. Oh, baby, did you do this for me? And then they kind of dance a little side to side. And then
I thought they were just there, like,
me
at
too.
the airport. I
Yeah,
honestly didn't think he did it for her, but then he did do it for her.
he
I was
did.
shocked. That was really sweet.
So then she's like, let me see if I can dance with the dance. Let me see. Okay, I can do it. You do like this, like Roger Rabbit. She's trying to dance. It's just, I just finally know here, this is beyond. Like, I can't, what? So
She needs to join Forrest and Sheena
yeah,
in some dance lessons.
just get right behind him and just.
Yeah.
So in the talking head, she goes, he set this up for me. What the hell is going on? This is nuts. So the talking head, he says, I wanted to welcome her like a queen. I love how she is dancing and she is laughing. And I am so sure about her in this moment, 47 seconds after we first met.
Talk about a parallel from Xena and what's his face on
Mm,
UK. And
mhm.
whenever she would dance, he was disgusted
Yes.
and was embarrassed.
Yes.
And he's like, I love watching her smile.
Look at
Also,
her.
can we talk about the two dancers in front? There's a
Yeah.
male dancer and a female dancer. The male dancer is giving it 110%. The
Uh-huh.
female dancer is giving like
Okay.
92.5%.
Uh-huh.
But I love because she's just not full out all the way because I think she's like, this is the lady I'm dancing for. But I loved it. Like, that's the energy I'm bringing into 2026. Like
92.5%.
92.5 is plenty.
Yeah.
That's good enough.
I think also probably they had to film it like more than once.
Yes, go and it's 1,000 degrees.
And
Yeah.
she's like, all right, I only got paid to do this dance one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So she's like, thank you for all the dancers and stuff. And he brings out a diamond-shaped ring box with a diamond ring in it that looked pretty, gets on one knee and says, will you marry me?
Oh god. This is why Faith, you should have come with her and gotten the conservatorship papers ready.
Faith would have smacked that out of the hand and said,
Smack
get back into the airport. We're leaving. Yeah.
done the reverse pretty woman, close of the jewelry box, then thrown it.
Okay. Next time on, we see
Wait, I'm sorry, but I
what?
was kept waiting for you to say one thing that
Oh,
Lisa
what?
said, which was, "I can't believe this is finally coming to fruition."
Oh, I'm sorry I missed that. Yes, that tracks.
Yeah.
That tracks.
Yeah.
Bless her. So next time on, Aviva goes with Stig to the studio. He's singing her a song. Forgot about them too.
I
Um,
totally forgot about them and Rick.
Forrest and Sheena go to see the family to get the blessing, and they're like getting on the bus or whatever. And she says, my parents are going to ask about your career. And he
Mm,
goes, oh. And she goes, you're an adult and you can find a job. You're going to have to be a man.
yeah.
And the talking head, she says, honestly, I'm frustrated because he hasn't saved anything for our future.
Yeah. I don't know
Um,
what his disability is, but I think he could have a job. I
yeah.
really think there's
But
a lot of jobs
but
he
I
could
thought
do.
he said he like changed his work schedule to work when she's working.
Yeah, so maybe he was doing something part-time,
Hmm.
but
Yeah. Um, in the room, Lisa tells Daniel, I have condoms. Now you go shower. I'm like, girl, you're the one that needs to shower. What are you talking about?
seriously.
Hopefully she was going next. And her talking to him, she goes, it's been 21 years since I was with a man. And what if I want it and he doesn't want it? I think I'm having a panic attack. But I think he does want it. He ate your face in the airport.
I know, but remember from the big preview from the beginning of the season,
Uh-huh.
do you remember?
No.
They're in bed and she says, "Let's talk about what happened last night." It wasn't fully
Up.
up.
Yeah.
Were you
Okay.
not into it?
That's right. That's right. Okay. All right. Maybe he has erectile dysfunction. That's why he can't find a woman close by.
Right.
Yeah.
Or sh
He's not into it.
Uh-huh, and he's just the best actor we've ever seen on the show.
Maybe. He was into that kissing, though. Um, okay.
Method actor.
Right. Emma and Ziad meet with some of his friends, and she goes, "Yeah, when I met him, he called me his wife in the first 10 minutes." And they say to her, "You want to get married?" And she goes, "Yeah." And they look at him and they go, "You think she's fit for you as a wife?"
Oh, sick burn.
And he says to them, "Yeah, and she lie about something." So,
Uh-huh.
and they're like, Are you talking about Muhammad? Because he just said he was dating a girl that looked just like this. Um,
She has a wig with the Teresa Giudice hairline,
for no
and
reason.
she wears such inappropriate clothes to our country and talks like a Kardashian, but she's
Yeah,
not a Kardashian,
it's
and
got to
she
be the
looks
same girl.
40 because of the injections in her face.
Yeah, weird. So,
She has a twin
who
who
looks
looks
nothing like her?
better.
Um, Jovon and Annalyn are like getting massages or something. And he says, "Look, I didn't like it when you called my sister. You are a little bit unhinged." And she gets up, he goes, "You done?" She goes, "I'm done with this conversation," and walks out. I was like, "Yes, girl, you tell him."
Go, girl.
Rick and Trisha, forgot about them. Here they are. They
Were they
talk.
on last week?
No, they're
Okay, so
not.
they have been gone for 2 weeks
2
in a row.
weeks. Mhm. Um, Rick and Trisha talk, and he goes, "You've been holding this secret." And he says, "Now I think her ghosting me did have something to do with her ex." And she tells him they're eating, and she says, "He is trying to get me back."
The
Okay.
ex.
The
So
ex.
what he's doing is trying to make this whole thing her fault. He's
Yes.
trying so hard to prove that something bad happened during those 5 days to
Mhm.
make it okay that he flew to a literal other country
Yep.
to bang his ex for a week.
Right. And even when he knew she wasn't ghosting him, he
'Cause
continued with his
she was
plans.
talking to him again, he kept it. You're right. Yeah.
Mhm.
So he is doing some manipulative fuckboy behavior that I hate,
Totally. Um, Birkan
and
is
he's
telling
50.
Laura, yeah, he's 52.
He's a
Bir
fuck man.
Birkan is telling Laura, um, I had a hard time. I could not find a job in Istanbul. So with all my debts, I'm broke. And she goes, "Huh, well, how much is your debt?" And he goes, "Well, I don't want to give you a heart attack." And then when they see her face, she looks stunned. So let's predict what it's going to be.
Oh, geez.
Okay,
Nothing will ever beat Ashley's. I mean, that wasn't exactly debt, it was student loans, but that was 100,000 that she did not tell Manuel about.
okay, so he's 26. So
Did
let's
he
just
go to
say
school?
I don't know. And we don't know when if he was a professional soccer player from like age 18 to 21 and he's had 5 years to accumulate this debt because he couldn't get a job. Um he's
I
a
don't
he's
think
a
it's gonna be that much. I think it's gonna be like 25.
okay, you're saying 25, I'm going to say 15.
Okay.
15 is what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
What if
But,
it's
I mean, for someone
100,000?
that age and it's
Yeah,
not student loan, that is a lot, especially if he did legitimately have this good job being a pro athlete, but we
right,
still don't know how legitimate that was, and
right.
was it playing at the YMCA?
But he's okay, I think I'm gonna okay, you say 25. I think I'm gonna say 35 because now that I'm thinking about it, he did say he invested in a lot of businesses.
Oh, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Okay,
He's Luke of Luke and Madeleine.
right. Without the gold sunglasses, right.
Uh-huh. Maybe he
Yes.
invested in Luke's business of the sunglasses.
Maybe he thinks he's gonna invest in one of the villas at the property on top of that
Mhm.
mountain.
Mhm.
Okay, well, either way, I think it's not gonna be like 500,000, like something just so
Right.
outrageous. I think it's gonna be a pretty substantial number, but something manageable. If he came to the States to live with her, she could help him pay it off with her 5th
Mhm.
grade teacher salary.
Yeah, jeez. We pay
Where
teachers great in this country.
where does she live again? She lives in,
Maybe
like
she could sell one of her romance novels.
she lives in Vancouver, Washington. Um, Maybe she's making $10,000 off the show and she can help, you know?
Mhm. Oh,
Because I
right,
think
because the foreigner doesn't get paid.
They pay double to the American, and the American is supposed to pay the foreigner.
Oh, okay. But
Sometimes
it's
they don't.
all like a trust thing? They're
I think
just
so.
gonna
Yeah.
we're in good faith that you're gonna give this to the other person.
You know what I need to do? I need to ask Emily of Emily and Kobe,
Yeah,
because I'm just
she would
trying to
tell you.
I'm trying to think in my mind, who would tell me? I think anybody would tell me that I asked. Um, but she would know. She would
Yeah.
know.
Mhm.
Um, Still haven't heard back from Veronica since the whole situation that happened in December. So,
Yeah.
hope she's okay. Okay, everybody, that's it. That's our show. And we are covering 90 Day the Other Way. That is on Friday's episode. Yes, I know it's very far from when it airs, but I always put it on Friday. It's a little something for your weekend. And again, 60 Days In is about to end, and I'll be going back to Love During Lockup. And also, next week, I will have on Ace Fanning to talk Pop and Bravo. This week, I'm going to have a rerun on
It's gonna
Thursday.
come to fruitation.
It's going to come to fruition on Thursday. I'm going to have a rerun of Welcome to Plathville that appears on Prime, or rewatch, because I am going to be going away
Yeah.
to watch the Rebels win and maybe be in the top 2 to become the national champion. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I will say there's a funny thing going around. So, our coach that left and everybody hates him now.
Yeah.
Um, People are, and then nobody expected us to go this far, to win, to
Mhm.
go further in the national championship. And people were putting up memes of Lane Kiffin has just been appointed president of Venezuela. He just volunteered for the job because he could do anything.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's funny. Anyway, guys, I'm following it. I'm so sporty. I'm just so sporty.
I know. I'm just shocked. I don't even know who you are. I don't know what to talk to you about. I can't make any jokes because I don't know anything about football.
I know, but go Rebs. Land sharks. You can do this, land sharks. This is what people do. Land sharks.
It feels very close to like I'm about to do a Nazi salute.
Stop! No, it's a fin. Fins up. Fins up. Land
Why
shark.
land sharks?
The joke is we're almost rebels, right? And then our mascot was later said to be problematic. Okay.
I can imagine.
Okay. I am from Mississippi, guys. And then they tried to make this whole black bears happen, the Ole Miss black bears.
Okay.
But it never stuck. And there was like a black bear on the sideline, and some people were like, no, this is stupid.
We don't like you.
We don't like you. We're almost rebels no matter what. So we're still almost rebels, but we don't have like a mascot. So somewhere along the line, somebody on the defense of the offense, or somebody who tackles, or somebody who catches, unclear, started doing, whenever a good play would happen, they started doing this like land sharks thing. I have no idea why. Like, we got you, like, dun, we're coming for you, land sharks. And now we are the rebels that's mascot is a bear and also a land shark. It's very confusing. It's like a skit. It's like a skit.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can find the one that it's like comedians trying to explain mascots.
Isn't land sharks from Saturday Night Live?
Yeah, but this is like literally is a person dressed up like a shark, and they go around on the side and then like land sharks. Yeah, it's crazy.
Did they know Katy Perry's left shark? Do you remember
Left
that?
shark, right shark. Also, don't forget on Watch What Happens Live, they have the gay shark that comes out and dances.
I forgot about that one.
Our mascot looks very similar to that.
That's hilarious.
It's hilarious.
I love it.
So
that
anyway,
would make me go to the game, I think.
You just say "Go Rebels" and then you're
Yeah.
good. Anyway, guys, be watching my Instagram story and whatnot. I'll be posting it on my personal one, Mary Payne 2, not Pink Shade Pod, because people don't care that much. Anyway, that's what's happening this week, and I will see all of you next week. I'll be back here with Kimberly before the 90 days, and Toe has got to be winding up. We got to be heading into a reunion season with Toe. Got to be.
What episode are we on? 18.
Yeah, 18.
Wow.
Yeah, we got to be winding it down. It's exciting. That means we'll have something new.
Yeah, we're gonna have we're gonna have a wedding. Maybe they'll show Luke and Madelaine's wedding.
I don't think they get married. She's out there flaunting this new guy.
No, but because we saw the picture of her getting the boobs.
Yeah, but I think it's all fake.
She's in a wedding dress.
I think she did the photo shoot before the wedding doesn't happen.
Oh my God.
She's out here flaunting this new guy, and then she posted something like, "Why did you guys break up?" And she says, "Him have little dick."
Yeah, she keeps saying that even though we all saw it,
We've all seen it, and it was
and it
average.
was average, so,
Yeah.
yeah. And also
Interesting.
you said he was the first guy to make you
Don't
something
say
I'm
it.
not gonna
Don't
say
say it.
on this
I have
podcast.
completely forgotten about that. So there's no reason for you to bring that back up.
Sorry.
Girl. Okay. Everybody, make sure you're following Kimberly and Katie over on A Date with Dateline. We are hoping Dateline gives us a new episode this week so Katie and Kimberly can get back to it. Quit slacking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, Dateline.
Yeah.
Come on, Dateline. You're messing up my Friday nights. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Make sure you're following Kimberly and Katie at Dateline. Make sure you're following me at Pink Shade Pod, and I'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.